Have you ever wondered why a kettle chip sounds completely different when you bite into it? That snap, that shattering crunch, that dense golden thickness that a regular chip simply cannot replicate. It is not an accident. It is not a recipe. It is an entire engineering philosophy built inside a factory that runs 24 hours a day, processing 500,000 pounds of raw potatoes every single shift and producing over 150,000 bags before the sun even sets. We are talking about hundreds of individual frying kettles, each one firing at precise temperatures, each one stirred by mechanical agitators moving in exact timed sequences, each batch hand-monitored by quality engineers who reject anything that does not meet a standard so strict it would make most food factories nervous. This is not just a chip factory. It is one of the most technically demanding snack operations on Earth. And today, we are going inside every single step of it. But here is the incredible part. This empire of crunch began with almost nothing. In 1978, a man named Cameron Healy was working out of a small shared facility in Salem, Oregon. The factory made nuts during the day. At night, Cameron and his team would drag out the equipment, slice potatoes by hand, and drop them directly into vats of hot oil. No automated systems, no quality sensors, no production line, just raw instinct, trial, error, and a belief that the world deserved a better chip. The early batches were inconsistent. Some were perfect. Others were disasters. At one point, after landing a major supermarket order, the entire shipment turned rancid because the team had not yet understood how frying oil degrades at large-scale temperatures. The order was rejected. Customers complained. Demand collapsed. Most businesses would have stopped there. Cameron did not stop. He got scientific. He solved the oil problem. He rebuilt the process from the ground up. And what he built eventually became a brand worth over $300 million, with factories not just in Oregon but in Wisconsin and Norwich, England. All of it starting from a borrowed kitchen and bags sliced by hand at midnight. Think about that for a moment. Every bag of kettle chips you have ever opened carries 40 years of that obsession inside it. It all starts before the factory even opens its doors. Kettle brand sources a very specific variety of potato, not the standard russet you find in grocery stores. A potato bred specifically for high solids content, meaning lower moisture, more starch, and a denser flesh. This matters more than almost any other variable in the entire process. The wrong potato variety produces a chip that is either too oily, too pale, or too soft. The right one produces that iconic golden crunch. Each truckload arriving at the Salem facility carries tens of thousands of pounds of raw potatoes, inspected on delivery for size uniformity, sugar content, and internal defects. Potatoes with too much sugar will over-brown in the fryer before they are properly cooked. Potatoes with internal voids will collapse under heat. Every single delivery is tested before it enters the building. Once approved, the potatoes move into the washing system. High-pressure water jets scrub every surface, removing soil, debris, and surface impurities. The potato is not peeled in the traditional sense. The skin remains, contributing to the rustic texture and the distinctive darker edge you see on every finished chip. From the washer, the potatoes move through continuous feed slicers. And here is where KettleChips immediately diverges from every mass-produced competitor on the market. The slices are thicker, measurably, deliberately thicker. Where a standard continuous process chip is sliced at roughly 1.1 to 1.3 millimeters, a kettle chip is cut between 1.5 and 1.8 millimeters. That extra half millimeter is the difference between a chip that shatters and one that simply snaps. It is engineering you can hear. But here is where it gets truly fascinating and where almost every person watching this will be surprised. After slicing, the potato pieces are not rinsed. In virtually every mass production chip factory in the world, sliced potatoes are immediately run through a cold water bath to remove surface starch. This creates a cleaner, more uniform, lighter-colored chip. It is faster. It is more predictable. It is industrially efficient. Kettle brand refuses to do it. By leaving the natural surface starch intact, something chemical begins to happen the moment each slice hits hot oil. The starch gelatinizes and recrisps in an irregular, uneven pattern across the surface. That is what creates the bubbled, blistered texture you see on every kettle chip. That texture is not cosmetic. It is structural. It creates air pockets that amplify the crunch. It is science you can taste. This is the heart of the operation, and it is the single reason kettle chips cannot be replicated at the speed of Lay's or Pringles. Inside the factory sit rows of individual frying kettles, each one holding hundreds of gallons of sunflower or safflower oil, heated to between 165 and 175 degrees Celsius. Raw potato slices are loaded into each kettle in controlled batch quantities. Not a continuous stream. Not a moving belt through oil. Individual batches, timed, monitored, and stirred from the moment they enter until the moment they are pulled. The batch frying method creates a specific thermal effect that continuous frying cannot replicate. When cold potato slices hit hot oil, the oil temperature drops rapidly. In a continuous system, that temperature drop is seen as a flaw to be corrected immediately. In batch frying, it is a feature. That initial temperature dip slows the cooking on the surface while the interior continues to heat, creating a denser, more complex texture throughout the slice. We are talking about a frying cycle that takes between 3 and 4 minutes per batch, compared to under 2 minutes for continuous processed chips. Every single batch in this factory costs more time and more energy than the competition. Kettle brand does it anyway. Every single day. While each batch fries, mechanical agitators move continuously through the oil. These are paddle-style mixing systems, calibrated to rotate at specific intervals, ensuring every slice in the kettle is turned, coated, and exposed to even heat on all surfaces. Without constant agitation, chips sack, overlap, and cook unevenly. But here is the detail that makes this process truly unique. The agitation pattern is not uniform throughout the frying cycle. Early in the cycle, movement is more aggressive, preventing slices from bonding together. As the batch approaches completion, the movement slows, allowing the chips to settle and finish in a more stable thermal environment. The timing of that slowdown is factory-specific, variety-specific, and considered proprietary. When the batch is complete, the kettle tilts automatically, draining the finished chips through mesh screens that allow excess oil to fall away. The chips continue moving along a vibrating conveyance system that mechanically shakes residual oil loose before the product reaches the seasoning drum. At the seasoning stage, each batch is tumbled through a rotating drum while flavor compounds are applied by precision dosing systems. For sea salt, it is straightforward. For flavors like jalapeno or New York cheddar, layered application systems deliver multiple seasoning passes in sequence, ensuring every chip carries the same flavor profile from the first one in the bag to the last. Before any bag is filled, each chip passes through a combination of optical sorters and human inspection stations. Cameras scanning at thousands of frames per second flag any chip that is too dark, too pale, cracked, or undersized. Underweight bags are automatically rejected at the filling station. Not sampled. Rejected entirely. The finished chips enter vertical form fill seal packaging machines that construct, fill, weigh, and seal each bag in a single continuous motion. Nitrogen gas is injected into every bag before sealing, displacing oxygen and protecting the chips from moisture and oxidation during transit. That puff of gas when you open a bag is not wasted space. It is the last quality mechanism in a chain that started with a single potato on a loading dock. 150,000 bags. Every single day. From a factory that began as a borrowed kitchen, run by one man with a vat of hot oil and an obsession with doing one thing better than everyone else. This is not just food manufacturing. It is the miracle of modern precision applied to something as simple as a potato. And the next time you hear that sound, that unmistakable crack of a kettle chip, you will know exactly what it took to get there. If you found this fascinating, subscribe for more deep dive tours inside the world's biggest food factories. And drop a comment below. Which kettle chip flavor is your favorite?